Mr. Stark back again. Okay, so here we go. Today we're going to round a square root to the nearest tenth. Alright, so this is square root of 35, or radical 35. We need to know our perfect squares, first of all. If you don't know that, I'm going to put them off to the side. Perfect square is any number multiplied by itself gets you to a perfect square. So 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1. 2 squared, 4. 3 squared, 9. 4 squared, 16. 5 squared, 25. 6 squared, 36. 7 squared, 49, and so on. 7 squared is 7 times 7. 49, 6 times 6, 36. Okay? Those are the perfect squares. You can keep going. That's all we need for right now. Okay? So now, we need to know what two whole numbers radical 35 is in between. All right? So if we look over here, we have 36, which would be over here. So it's in between square root of 36 and square root of 25, less than. So square root of 25 less than square root of 35 is less than square root of 36. Okay? Now, if you were thinking of it as what whole numbers is it in between, the square root of 25 is going backwards, which gets you 5. So 5 is less than radical 35, or square root of 35, is less than square root of 36, is 6. So we know right now that radical 35, square root of 35, is between 5 and 6. Okay? That's the two whole numbers that's in between. But we're going to get closer because we're going to get to the nearest tenth. All right? So we at least know the basics in between 5 and 6. Now, is 35 closer to 25, or is it closer to 36? Which one's closer, 25 to 35 or 35 to 36? Which we should all know that it's closer to 36. Only 1 away, meanwhile it's 10 away here. So it's a lot closer to the 36. So that means the answer is a lot closer to 6. All right? Because if it was even, it would be right in the middle, which would be roughly 5.5, which is right in the middle. But we know it's at the closer end, so it's going from the middle to 6, so it's in between 5.5 and 6. So it's to the right of half. So we're focusing on this. We don't have to go to the left side. We're doing the right half. Okay, so now we cut it in half because we know it's closer to 6. Okay, so now we know it's between 5.5 and 6.0. All right, but we know it's really close to 6. So if you know 6 times 6 is 36, we don't have to do that again. We already know it. So now we're going to take the nearest tenth, the closest one, which is 5.9 times 5.9. Anything times by itself gets you that number. So that's why we have to multiply 5.9 times 5.9. So we all know how to do this since we're in 8th grade right now. 9 times 9, 81. Watch, I'm going to make a mistake. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 8 is 53. 5 times 9 is 40, annex 0, 45. 25 plus 4 is 29. Add down. 1, 8, 14, 34. So 3, 4, 8, 1. 2 decimal places. We can't forget that. Move it 1, 2. So 34.81. Okay. So now we have 34.81, which is just under the 35. Just under there. So that means that this is right below that, and the 34.81 right below. So we're going to go with 5.9 as the answer to the nearest tenth, because 36 is if we did 6, if it was 6.0, then it would be at 36. And we have, let's write it down. So this would be 36, and 5.9 is 34.81. Okay. And which one is closer to the rad 35? This is away by 0.19. Meanwhile, this is away by a whole 1 digit. So it's a lot closer to the 5.9 than it is to the 6. So we're going to go with 5.9 as your answer, rounded to the nearest tenth, because you want one below and one above the 35, or whatever number you're dealing with, and you know it's that to the nearest tenth.